Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the United for your latest Manchester United news. This is a pre-recorded news show. I am Dean. Please do like the video, comment, and subscribe. It's much appreciated. And do also hit that notification bell to get notified every time we publish a pre-recorded video or go live, and follow our socials. Links in the description or on Instagram, Twitter, all that sort of stuff. So I'd much appreciate it if you could follow all our socials. Now, look, bit of news to get stuck into today, and we're going to start off talking about Jadon Sancho. Is there a chance Jadon Sancho could return to Manchester United at the end of his loan spell at Borussia Dortmund? Could he come back to Manchester United? Well, look, listen, I'm going to start off by saying, I said it, and many other people said it, I'm sure, but I can only go what I said. The only way Jadon Sancho can come back to Manchester United is if Ten Hag gets sacked. That's what it was. Because I just think the relationship between Ten Hag and Sancho, again, this is only my opinion. Look, supposedly, they've tried to make up, but it just hasn't been working. They asked Sancho to apologise, but it wasn't working. Over the tweet that he sent out after the Arsenal game. So I don't think Sancho will return unless Ten Hag is around. But I do think again, I'm going to say there's a chance he could return in the summer if Ten Hag is not around. Now, I'll read out a bit of news relating Jadon Sancho, who, look, he's doing well at Dortmund. He's doing very well at Dortmund. So, this is from P. Hall. Jadon Sancho has not given up on his Manchester United career just yet, with Eric Ten Hag's future looking increasingly uncertain. Should Ten Hag go in the summer and a new manager come in, sources close to the player insist he would be open to starting again. And incoming Manchester United technical director Jason Wilcox is understood to be more open to giving Jadon Sancho another chance at the club. Look, is a player over manager? Is Ten Hag the issue? Is Sancho the issue? Personally, I'm not a fan of let's sack the manager so Jadon Sancho can come back. You look at Werner, who doesn't do well in the Prem. He comes from the Bundesliga, the German league. After what Sancho done, I don't want him to return. But if he returned, I wouldn't go mad. But I just think, is it player power? Is it player power FC? Do the players win again? I don't want that. I really don't want that. Again, let us know in the comments. Do you want Jadon Sancho to return? If you do, let us know. If you don't, let us know, please. Because, I'm only giving my opinion. It's a fan channel. It's opinions. No one's right. No one's wrong. You can disagree and agree. That's normal. But all that sort of stuff. And the news is flashing below the bottom of the screen there also. So, what I want to make of it is, what happens now? What happens now? Does Sancho return? Does he not return? That's what I want to know. Because it doesn't seem like he would be returning. Well, sorry, I should have said playing for Manchester United again, unless Eric Ten Hag is around. But there's a chance if Ten Hag leaves, Sancho can return. Now look, Jadon Sancho in the UEFA Champions League semi-finals, beat Atletico de Madrid last night. Fair play to him. So it's going to be interesting to see how things pan out with that. And I want to get a few stats up about Jadon Sancho's time at Borussia Dortmund so far. But you look at Sabitzer too, who was on loan at us last season, and things didn't work out. And, is Manchester United just that sort of club where you can be the greatest player in the world, and then when you come to Manchester United, you struggle? I mean, you look at Cristiano Ronaldo, who came back second time around, Um, I wouldn't say he was bad. I wouldn't say it was bad, but things didn't work out in the end. Sabitzer, look what he's doing. Um, you look at like some of the other players who've been gone a long time, like Darmian, um, who was in a Champions League final last season. So was Lukaku. So was Mkhitaryan. Um, Onana had a brilliant game in the Champions League final against Man City. And came to Manchester United, didn't play well. Now, Jadon Sancho's stats in the Bundesliga this season, since going to Dortmund on loan, 10 appearances, 1 goal, and 2 assists. Now, you look at that and you think, that's not great. Then the Champions League, 4 appearances and 1 goal, no assists. So, look, we signed Jadon Sancho, 2-3 years ago now from Dortmund. We thought, well, this is our man. This is our man. He's going to be a brilliant player for Manchester United. It just hasn't been it. Like Sancho did go 3 times at Manchester United where he was playing very well, and then unfortunately there was no consistency there. And Manchester United, I know people slag us and say Manchester United is the club people go to. Players go there and die. Players go there and die, and you're prone to you're kind of inclined, or you sort of believe it. Basically, you're sort of thinking, hold on, surely not, surely not. And yeah, I mean, look, I wouldn't say I'm the biggest fan of Sancho. I still think we should sell him because I just don't think it'll work out. Jadon Sancho in England, I just don't think it'll work out for him at Manchester United. That's just saying that. I wouldn't be surprised if he returns to Dortmund. I wouldn't be surprised if Dortmund try and buy him. How much you get for him? 30, 40, 50 mil? Again, if you can get 50 million, great, but I don't think we'll get to 50 mil for him. So that's just basically my initial thoughts on the Jadon Sancho news. I do. I look again. I just can't see him returning. But I just think if we're going to send him back, well, then a few other players might be thinking, well, if he can do that, well, then I can do that. I just don't want them to return. I just don't want them to return. So yeah, that's just basically me. But I tell you what, looking at him now playing for Dortmund, I'm sort of like, I wouldn't mind him back at Manchester United. I wouldn't mind him back at Manchester United. But again, if you ask me, if you had a gun to me head, the way he's performing now, I'd take him. But the way I act at Manchester United, I wouldn't. But I don't want them. I don't want them to return to the club. Personally, I just don't want them to return to the club. I just don't. I'm never going to be that guy that'll back a player over my club. I'll never, because the players that are at the club now, I'm sick and tired of them. I'm sick and tired of them. And, we're talking about them players not putting in a shift, not bursting a goal, acting like babies. While the reason why Sancho is at Dortmund is because of what he done after the Arsenal game. It wasn't that he was crap and we need to get in game time or we want the game time. It was because he was acting like a baby. And people can sit here and look, a spade's a spade. I'm going to say it as I see it. Grass is grass, water is water, whatever way you want to go for it. Liverpool are shit, Liverpool are shit. So I just don't know. I just don't want them. I can't. People are out there backing Sancho over the club. I'm not even backing Sancho. I'm not backing Ten Hag because of what Sancho does. Take Ten Hag out of this. It's the football club, Manchester United. Yeah, the beef is between Sancho and Ten Hag. That's them. But it's the club. You're letting the club down. I don't want them. I'm not going to sit here and back them. I say as it is. That's. I want to be a new person. I want to say it as it is. I don't want to say things to please others. I'm saying it to please me mind because that's what I want to say. and I say it as I see it. And again, if you disagree with me, please do let me know in the comments. I'd really, really love to hear your feedback. I would, no doubt about it. But I just don't want them to return to the club. And I think if we can get 30 to 40 mil from him, take the money and use that money on someone else and better. And look, it's a shame Jadon Sancho didn't work out at Manchester United. It's a big shame. Because when we signed him, there was a lot of hype. We signed him for a lot of money, but there was a lot of hype. Because Ollie wanted him, and we got him. We got him, didn't play well. Hasn't worked out since. Since we signed Jadon Sancho, there's been nothing but issues with him. And I think it's worth getting rid of an issue. I'm not going to say, I'm not going to sit here and say we should get rid of this, and that player. Like Casemiro, for example. I think Manchester United should get rid of him in the summer. He played well last season. This season, not it. Because you say it as you see it. I say it as I see it. Why? I'm not going to sit here and say, oh, get rid of this and this, that. No. I still want us to get rid of those players that I've named. And Sancho's always been in that list for me. Always been. Here's the players I get. I tell you, here's the players I get rid of in the summer. I'd get rid of Malacia. I'd get rid of Lindelof. I'd like to keep around, but I don't think he will. Maguire, I think we should sell him. I'd keep Dalot Wan-Bissaka. Casemiro. Scott McTominay. Anthony. Martial, he's gone. Rashford. I love Rashford, so I can't, but that's the players who I'd get rid of. That is the players who I'd. And throw Casemiro in there too if I haven't. They're the players I'd get rid of. And look, I'll explain why when it gets closer to the summer. But that has been the news. Jadon Sancho to return with a big, fat, ugly question mark. Just let us know what you think. Because look, this would be crap. This, but it's news and I want to discuss it. And yeah, I wanted to discuss it because I think it's on your right. I think it's on your right to discuss the news. I do. I think it's on your right to discuss the news. But I'm going to try and find out other bits of news as well before we hit the road. Fairly quick. We have 2 minutes remaining, so let's see. Okay, and also big congratulations to the under-18s Premier League note winners, who are obviously Manchester United. Well, honestly, lovely to see. Brilliant. Hopefully the future is in safe hands. Brilliant to see. Unlike the senior team, they're smashing it. And keep it going, lads. And hopefully they're playing for the senior team in years to come and are absolutely smashing it like they are now. Big congratulations to them. And to the Manchester United women as well, making it to the FA Cup final after beating Chelsea up against Tottenham. Lovely. So, coming out from Rich Frey, Graham Potter and Roberto De Zerbi are understood to be the current frontrunners for the Manchester United job. Should it become available? That's pretty much it. Manchester United are still looking to sign Stuttgart striker Sergio Guirassy and are ready to pounce this summer. That's from Bild. Not a fan of Potter. De Zerbi, mixed emotions. And Guirassy, I'd rather go for someone who I know is a bit more better. But look, let's see what happens. But this has been the Manchester United News Show. Please let us know your thoughts in the comment section below on the news. Like the video, comment, and subscribe. Follow our socials also, links in the description. And I'll speak to you all in the next one.